So from the last lesson, we learned how to set up a Google Cloud project, how to create a service account, how to download a service account client file, and how to enable BigQuery API. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to set up Google BigQuery connection in DBT Cloud. Now open your browser and navigate to cloud.getdbt.com. And if you've never created a DBT project before, then just go to the page that you're going to be seeing. Now I want to show you a different way to create a project. Now here I want to click on this gear icon. Then go to account settings. On the left hand side, click on projects. Then in the project section, click on new project. And that takes you to this set up new project page. And that's how you're going to create a new project in the future. Now give your project a name. Now I'll name my project DBT Cloud Crash Course Demo. Now if I expand the advanced settings, and here we can specify if we want to change the project subdirectory path. But I'm going to leave this as default. Then click on continue. Now DBT supports 6 different data warehouses: Snowflake, PostgreSQL, BigQuery, Redshift, Databricks, and Apache Spark. I'm going to choose BigQuery as my designated data warehouse system. Then click on next. Now we're going to name our connection. And I'll name my connection BigQuery Demo. Now move on to settings. Right, so here instead of manually typing every single detail, I'm going to upload my service account JSON file. Now select the service account file, then open. And I'll auto-populate all the fields information. Now scroll down all the way to optional settings. Now in the optional settings section, we can manually control a few things such as the number of retries if a query job failed. We can also set the dataset location, put a cap on the maximum of bytes a query can get built, and a couple other things. So if you're new to BigQuery, each time when you run a query, you get charged on how much of processing power the query uses. And each month you get 1 TB of processing power for free. And after that, it's going to be $5 per TB. And for storage, the first 10 GB is free. Right, so here I'm going to leave everything as default under the optional settings section. Right, so I want to move on to the development credentials section. So in DBT Cloud, we need to create a staging or development environment first. And since BigQuery is going to be the data warehouse system, instead of creating a new environment, in BigQuery, we'll create a new staging dataset or development dataset. And I'll name my dataset DBT Crash Course Staging. And I'll leave everything else as default. Then I'm going to click on Test Connection to make sure that my connection is set up correctly. Alright, so here I can see that my connection is complete successfully and I'm good to go. Now you can click on Next to move on to the next session. For the next lesson, we'll learn how to set up a repository.